All right, Aaron, how are you? How are you doing?
Hey, Johnny boy.
All right.
Bonnie Joy, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We're here on another episode of the Aaron and John Show.
We're here. We're in the room.
Isn't it pretty?
The studio.
Aren't you excited? I'm always like, so when we start this thing, like I'm always like, all right, well, I got to set up all these lights. I got to get all this stuff ready to go. I have to get the frame, the camera, make sure that Aaron sounds good. I sound okay.
Yeah.
But then as soon as we start doing it, I'm like, yeah, dude, we're fucking doing this shit.
Doing it.
We're gonna
happening.
We're gonna take names and write some parking tickets.
We've already got names for ourselves. Let's get some more.
Yeah. And then, do you have your parking ticket tablet
ready?
Paper?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Is it in your car?
Ripped and ready. Yeah. No, it's in my back pocket.
In your back pocket.
Yep.
So, what's new with you, man? Anything new?
Just fell into more fucking baseball cards.
Again?
Yep.
Another?
They found more at my uncle's house.
What the fuck?
So I got a bunch more. Probably not doubled, but almost doubled. 1.5 times more baseball cards. Found a cool knife.
Okay.
At my parents' house that I think my brother had before. Probably stole from somebody. It's pretty neat. I think it's a letter opener, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah, I had a big day.
Big day?
Big day.
Big day. So you went up to Weston, I'm assuming?
Went to Weston, yeah. Saw the parents for the first time in a few weeks.
How are the parents?
They're all right. They're doing fine.
Alive, well.
My dad had a tooth pulled.
Ooh. So is he?
Tooth.
Does he have some drugs?
Probably, yeah. I imagine.
Did you take any with him?
No, with him. Did you fucking do oxy with your dad? Wow, dude, that's so cool.
Dude, you have like that cool relationship with your father, bro? No way.
My family has such a sad history with prescription drugs that would be such a funny way to do something with my dad. It's a funny thing to do with him at all. Just get high at all with him in any way.
What's a really cool memory that you have with your father?
Oh, there's a lot. He always used to play catch with us whenever we wanted. That was cool.
Was he like all-time pitcher?
No, I mean we would just play catch in the yard.
Oh, okay.
Baseball. And he was always down to do shit like that when we were kids. He never really seemed to get that mad when we fucked something up, like put a hole in the wall, or I broke a window with a baseball one time.
Oh no!
It fucked up like the whole thing. It was great.
And he didn't get pissed.
That. I mean, he'd probably mad. He's probably pissed.
What's
I shouldn't have been throwing. There's a wall, on the outside of our basement, and it's cement. It's a cement wall because it's an earth contact house.
Right.
But next to it are windows, was one big window, and I would throw baseballs against that wall, and it would bounce back.
Okay.
One of these baseballs was waterlogged because I found it in the creek, down in our backyard, so it was heavier than normal, and I fucked up, and it slipped out of my hand or something, and just shattered the fucker.
Oh my god.
And I don't think he was mad.
Huh? Who was the more disciplinarian? Disciplinarian?
My dad was.
Your dad was?
Sure, but my mom would be. She would be the one that was more emotional about it. Like she would yell at us and tell us to stop because she couldn't handle it.
Right. Don't worry about that.
But she would only she'd probably spank us and shit. Whatever. My dad, they never hit us, but they, they would spank us. I don't think my dad spanked us that much. Not me, at least. My brother was a real shithead. So
because you always talk about how it's as long as I don't get in trouble, I'm good to go in my family.
As long as I'm not, they would take the TV away from us or something like that.
Did you have a TV in your room?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys share a room?
For a while. My dad wasn't really a TV guy before he got married. He was just a fucking book guy.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't watch TV.
Huh.
Radio, I guess. Mostly books.
Rush Limbaugh?
Probably, yeah. More than likely. I don't think Rush Limbaugh was right-wing enough for him back then.
Yeah, my dad listened to a lot of Rush Limbaugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the rest of the news, or that's the rest of the story.
Yeah.
That guy, too. I can't remember. I'm gonna Google
He
that.
used to listen to like Prairie Home Companion too. Like he also listened to NPR, but not like the good parts. It was like the classical music parts of NPR. I don't know. My dad's kind of fucking strange.
Paul Harvey.
What was his show?
You never heard of Paul Harvey?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he had the rest of the story.
Oh.
Yeah.
You probably listen to that shit too. Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a radio program Monday through Friday. Paul Harvey died. He died like when we were like, I don't know, I think maybe like 16 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were young. Because I remember when my dad and I, he was like, yeah, John, Paul Harvey died. I'm like, are you serious? Because I used to listen to a lot of Rush Limbaugh and all that stuff, and that's usually why I got into radio. And because I had a little, like camcorder, and I would always talk into it all the time.
Yeah.
And I got into that because like my dad liked that stuff, so I figured like that'd be a good way of like impressing my father.
That's kind of the way. Like I feel bad when people feel bad about what they liked when they were young, because really what you're doing is just like you're just mirroring your parents.
Your parents,
and your influences.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that inherently.
No.
I mean, you're gonna just don't like. Kids get indoctrinated and shit all the time, like Christianity and any religion, really.
Mm-hmm.
7-year-olds shouldn't be going to church.
No, they shouldn't.
I mean, where are you going to put them? But also, like, I don't know. They should hate that shit. It's dumb. It sucks when you're a kid to fuck. And then, like, you see the devout
it's scary
ones that
as
are
hell.
Like, I'm going to heaven. It's like, fucking you've never even had the chance to do anything bad. Like, really bad.
And, like, you're told, even though it's your little kid, that you immediately, like, you're automatically sinful, like,
it's mind
out of
control.
the womb. Yeah. It's like, dude, I haven't done anything.
Yeah, I was born. Sorry.
And then you start seeing, like, it's like, well, like, if I'm an image of God, then, like, God fucked up.
Yeah,
God's a fuck up,
God
too.
sucks.
Well, then you read the first, like, the Old Testament, and you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm always kind of not amazed, but interested in the people who think that, like, there is a God, but he just isn't around. Like he's just like he's
just a bystander in the whole thing. He just watches us.
Made it. He doesn't even watch. Because if a good God watched all the shit, like the bad shit that goes down, there's good shit that happens, but there's all sorts of terrible things that happen on Earth. If a good God saw that and truly actually loved his flock,
he would stop.
He maybe think about it. If there was one, I don't think he cares anymore. I think he's moved on to greener pastures.
That was like the Beatles. So now I'm working on like I'm working on someone else.
I'm working on Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
But that, or he just wasn't like a cool guy.
Right.
And then you're worshiping a bad person, which sucks.
It's like, what? It's like, but like
Satan was way cooler than God, man. Mm-hmm. They really painted him the wrong colors.
Yeah, it's like,
they fucked him
I'm
up.
just trying to live, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to live.
Free thoughts, nothing holding me back religiously.
And you guys are sitting here like saying that I'm the bad guy. Mm-hmm. It's like, what the hell's up with that? What's up with that?
It's your fault.
Yeah,
you're a dirty sinner for being alive.
Mm-hmm. That's it. So, notice anything different or weird or anything like that?
Yeah, you robbed a library.
Yeah.
On your wall.
I have more too. I have some over there.
Oh,
I have some more newspaper. Yeah. I thought it's interesting. It kind of is I saw my picture, like my thumbnail picture that I posted today on Instagram. It does make a separation.
Really?
But I don't know. It's cool. So I guess I think it's gonna be way cooler if we put like jerseys or like other stuff up with it.
Posters and shit.
Yeah. On top of it. So it just adds more and more clutter to the whole situation. Yeah. So it looks like an Applebee's or one of those random like shenanigans restaurants. One of those kind of things.
I found all my old football jerseys today.
You did?
House. Yeah. It was like a Steve Young, a Byron Leftwich.
Are you Byron Leftwich? Holy shit.
I got him when he was a rookie.
Jaguars?
Yep. I was into Byron Leftwich. I was all in. And he didn't have a great career, but now he's the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers, I think. Mm-hmm. Or somebody. Yeah, he's in the Super Bowl. So
if they don't fit you anymore, feel free to bring them over. We can hang them up on the wall.
Yeah, the only problem is like they're not in good condition. Like the numbers are tearing away on some of them. But some of them they may be good.
It's even better if they're falling off.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like they give
the Steve Young one looks pretty good. I think that'd be a cool one to put up.
Yeah, because I was going to take some of my old I have all my old Pee-wee, like
yeah.
somehow I don't even know how I got them. I was able to get the jersey for my very first season I ever played football. Like I played and I moved on and I went to high school. I was in high school and somehow like I ran across like one of the guys that coached it and like they had the old jerseys and they're like, hey, you want? Yeah, they're like, we're gonna throw these out. You want to grab one? I'm like, do you have 88 in there? And they're like, yeah, here it is. And they're like, I'm like, fuck yeah, bro, this is like the jersey. This is the one like my first jersey that I gotta play with ever. Like, this is so fucking cool. So I have that one, and then I have a bunch of old practice like football jerseys.
I have a practice one from junior high.
Yeah,
I don't know why or how I got it, but it's one of those.
It says J on it. J's.
Yeah, and it's one of those like clearly a practice jersey.
Yeah,
it wasn't meant to be seen in daylight. It looked like shit, but if I wore it, it would look like I was, like going to a rave.
Yeah. And then I have one of our throwback from the it was like from the 70s jerseys. Really? Perfect condition. Perfect conditioner. It says cool. West Platte on it. It's a white one. Mm-hmm. Has no rips or tears in it. Dope. Perfect condition.
You guys wear throwbacks?
No. Well, they had a bunch of old jerseys, like because we were doing the jamboree. Yeah. So we had to have a bunch of extra jerseys. So if other teams were playing against this, like someone that has the same colored jerseys, because everyone wears their home colors. Yeah. So like East Buchanan has blue too, and their jerseys are blue. So if we have to play them, we have to have old other jerseys. So we'd play with these old throwback ones, and they were going to throw them out after the season, after that jamboree. Yeah. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm taking a bunch. Sure. I always was like, I'm going to take these. These might be cool someday. And the thing is like it's like the half ones where like they only go.
Yeah, the midriff.
Yeah, it's like when football was kind of gay but very manly. It was like it was like the most manly it was, but it kind of came off feminine by the uniforms because they always showed their bellies.
And weird, yeah. I thought that was so strange. Like that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And you get like tackle. I guess they're mostly like DNs and tackles and shit. Anyway, wearing that, but and then like the what was it, Bosworth? He had like the huge shoulder pads that like looked like mountains, and he just
remember when full pads used to be like these huge things, and now they're like these itty bitty tiny.
Yeah. Why would you want something heavy on you? You can't fucking anybody.
Well, talking about hitting stuff, you want to see the intro video?
I do, yeah.
Okay. I kept raving to Aaron. I'm like, Aaron, this video is really cool. You're gonna love this. So, if you watch if you watch the John show, you saw a smaller version of this. This is a longer version. You might be like, why are you doing it for this? I have someone here. It makes for more content. That's why. So enjoy the longer version, and Aaron, enjoy the very first take for you.
Oh, dick! Oh, dick! Holy shit! Holy shit, boys! Oh, fuck! Oh, what the dick? Oh, shit! Holy! Oh, shit!
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Done.
Okay? Pinner, buddy! Fucking pinner! Holy shit! Holy fuck! Holy shit! Oh, dick!
Oh! Oh, man, so close. He was so close.
Spicy friggin' can. Spicy friggin' can. Holy shit! Holy shit! Ladies and gentlemen, boys, this is the Aaron Show with your hosts, Aaron and John.
That one's for the fans, because if you really like us, you sat through the whole thing.
How many broken bones? Landing on grass, like fuck.
Awful.
God damn.
So I was curious, Aaron, like what were you thinking, like doing that back in high school? Like, because those were videos. Wasn't that a video from you?
Yeah, I was on a lot of ketamine and had just happened upon a bar.
That was back when like no one knew what ketamine was.
Not me, that's for sure. I didn't know.
Because ketamine is just legal PCP. You know that, right?
Horse tranquilizer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of legal.
Do you try? Do you use it?
No.
It's legal.
My mom used to have. She
legal.
had this cream that they prescribed to her for her knee when her knee was really bad, and it had like 1% ketamine in it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna rip that shit up. I'm gonna rub that all over me. I never did. That was scary. I don't know what it does, but it's just
It's like caffeine. It's like a higher form of caffeine. Because PCP is just basically speed.
Yeah.
And
Which is
it's legal. If you live in Missouri, you can buy ketamine.
There are so
and
many
you're basically taking PCP, guys.
There's so many legal forms of like illegal drugs.
Yeah, because what they do, they keep changing one little thing. Because as soon as one gets one gets deemed illegal, they just switch it, and then they just change the name, and then that's legal.
You know, they can never change salvia.
God, oh Jesus Christ!
Like, talk about God more.
Yeah.
Did you ever smoke salvia?
Yeah. Oh, dude, you don't remember the only times I ever did it?
Cassie's?
I was with you.
At Cassie's?
Yeah, because
when everybody did it but me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
you
I'm
didn't do it,
do this shit. See,
dude. Because
like,
you know,
Caleb Collier, like fucking like his eyes rolling 360. Like they're not supposed to do
because what
that.
we did was we would sit. There was like probably like 15 in that room, and we would all take one hit of it, and we would all watch that person get fucked up
for like 30 seconds, and they'd be like, and then the next person,
Because when I did it, like everyone's face twisted and started melting, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I shot up into the air into a spaceship, and I blew up.
It's a bad setup because it's built to fail. Like you're only watching it because you know that the person is going to fucking do it. And it's gonna freak him out. So then you're like, "Oh fuck! Now I'm gonna freak out when I do this."
Yeah,
and I know I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna chicken out.
Yeah, and then when you do it, freak
It happens. It's
the
a bad
fuck
trip.
out.
It's always a bad trip, no matter what. They were selling salvia. It's a flower. They were selling the salvia plant.
I've never had a really a solid, peaceful trip off salvia. It's too intense. It's so intense. It's so fucking intense.
I've never heard of anybody having a good time,
and then
a good half minute.
And then when I moved to LA, the first night I went out, I went down on Hollywood and I bought the most potent, strongest of salvia, and I went to the beach that night, and I got high with a bunch of people in a tent, and then I did a bunch of salvia, and I watched the fucking world fall apart. As the waves crashed in.
Like the world, like you're looking at the planet from space and it's just melting off, and then there's like bones that are shaped like the planet.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? No way.
But the greatest was like smoking pot with those homeless people in the tent.
That sounds fun. I'm kind of afraid about getting fucked up at a beach because I don't trust myself. To not drown. I know I'll jump in the ocean. I'll go in the ocean. The ocean's cool as hell.
No, it's
I'll
not.
go in the ocean all the goddamn day. It's terrifying. But you don't go into it that far. You stay, knee deep at the most, waist deep if you got to pee.
It's enough for a shark to come and bite you.
No,
I don't.
Yeah, I was in shark water not too long ago, I guess, and off close to Charleston, South Carolina.
Jesus, Aaron, why would you do that?
I think it's like more North Carolina where the sharks are, but we didn't see shit. Rowan saw some dolphins. In the
dolphin?
Distance. Yeah.
Did you make a wish?
Is that the thing you're supposed to do?
I don't know. I think so, isn't it? If you see a dolphin, you make a wish.
I have no idea. But we saw it was like a big tide, like a morning tide or whatever. Mm-hmm. And a bunch of jellyfish like washed up. Not a bunch. Like we only saw a couple, but a couple died. That kind of
Did you didn't help them? You didn't try to save them?
They were dead.
Aaron.
They were dead already. I'm not touching a jellyfish.
What, Aaron?
Fucker's gonna.
So you didn't bury them and do a prayer? God damn it, Aaron. Okay, so Aaron, because I'm from Puerto Cortez, like the northern tip part of San Pedro Sula, that district of Honduras, and so like that's where the coast is, and like we are right off where all like we have like 20 islands that we own that are like these little Caribbean islands. Yeah. But when animals die like that, you're supposed to bury them, and then like we do a prayer. You do a prayer for them.
I'm not touching the jellyfish.
Aaron.
I'm not touching the jellyfish. I peed in its home. I'm not touching the jellyfish. So much fun.
Aaron, we have to go back there and we have to do a prayer for this jellyfish.
We'll go to the ocean.
The spirit's going to haunt you. Dude, I'm on some kind of high right now. Dude, I'm so stoned that I'm like, why am I trying to egg this on? I don't know why.
According to the Lord, animals don't have spirits.
That's true. They're here. They're here to entertain us, and that's it.
I don't fucking
Which is
know,
such a
dude.
barbaric way
They're
of
here
thinking.
For our food too. I don't know, but some of you can't eat, and then you're like, oh, now it's a game.
The most barbaric way of thinking.
That's crazy.
Of human.
It's nuts. Doesn't make any fucking sense. They're here because they didn't evolve to what we evolved to, but they evolved to something that's also, good for them to an extent.
So, you want to see something kind of interesting? You want to go into some like world news and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with that world news?
So
What's
this one
going
might this
on?
seem this is a story that's been kind of circling around enough. So I'm pretty sure you've already heard about it, but I thought we should still talk about it
Neat.
and bring
Cool.
awareness
Okay.
and
I gotta get some chapstick.
understanding of it.
I love this chapstick. We are sponsored today by Nivea Milk and Honey chapstick. It's really good. All right, go ahead.
So did you hear about this?
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, for sure. So Beijing's latest weapon in its war on COVID-19, anal swabs.
What's your thoughts? Would you rather get that tube stuck up your nose? That like it's like super
stuck up my
no,
nose.
like have it stuck
Put
up
it
your
up
nose
there.
for to do the test, or would you rather do an anal test? Which one would you rather
Well,
do?
if I'm like in my car, the nose.
Well, no, in your car, would you? So you wouldn't want to do the anal? What if so in your car, and they only like, hey, Aaron, we're sorry, like we just ran out of all the nose swabs, like, and you have to be the first person to start doing the anal ones. How would you do it?
I'd probably say, all right, whatever.
Would you stand
Is
up and
it
get out?
self-administered?
I don't know. I think it's a robot or something that gives it to you.
Is it? It's a robot?
Let's look here. We're going down. We're scrolling.
Doctor, the virus can only be detected in anal samples, but not in the respiratory swabs. Huh. For mild and asymptomatic cases.
Like maybe people like us.
I'm surprised it took a year for this to become a thing, because, like, you know, suppositories are a thing. Everybody knows that, like, your butt is just a disgusting hole for bacteria and everything that was once in your body. So it doesn't surprise me that when I saw the news and people talking about it on Twitter and stuff, I was not surprised whatsoever.
You're like, it took this long?
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, because usually it usually takes a lot less time for us to eventually put stuff
Shit
up
in
our
our
butthole.
ass. Yeah, put the shit back in our ass.
When do you think the first you think there was okay, easily vag was probably the first kind of porn, right? When you think that like penis and vagina
Probably,
porn?
Yeah, probably.
So how long did it take to be like, okay, well, there's this other hole right below it?
A day. One single day. See, I thought you were going to go in a different direction.
What do you think I was going to
I thought you were going to say something like, how do you think the first person who ever took a shit thought was like going on? It was like, what the fuck is this? Like, and then he puts it back in himself or something. Like, this won't fit.
That would be a weird feeling because you initially feel it inside you, so you're like, why do I feel like this?
But you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have no real clue, maybe it's inherent. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you think it's probably one of those things where it's
Where
like
it's just-
like
you just
animals,
do
you
it.
just do it, you just know it.
Maybe.
Like animals know how to like swim upstream.
Yeah, I want to give our animal side the benefit of the doubt still, because there are still things like we know that we need to breathe. That's going to happen.
Inherent, yeah.
When
Babies
you're a
know.
baby,
Baby knows how to.
babies know how to, like, you know, they
float.
know to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's very basic shit. And then the brain develops and we start questioning that kind of stuff, and then we're like, well, what if?
What if this?
Well, I bet
What
the
if I
first person
hold
to
my
take a
breath?
shit tried to shove it back up there. That's so funny to me.
Well,
Like, all my food's gone.
talking about like the first person, would you want to meet this guy? He's probably the first guy you've met with all of these things.
Okay. Totally the bomb. You can do it. Okay. Jason Collier, the man that has 2 wives, 3 fiancés, and 15 girlfriends, knew nothing about each other. Oh, wow. Wow, well, yep. Look at that guy. He looks like he would shove shit back up his ass. What is this? Oh, it looks like it's happening right now.
There is literally no soul behind those eyes. Look
Of
at
course
those
he's
eyes.
a cop. What a piece of shit. You have 15 girlfriends on top of like 2 wives and 3 fiancés?
Sit down and buckle up, my friends.
Jeez Louise, what a guy. What a face. Yeah, man. Why would you want to fuck it? How many divorces does he have? Does it say? I guess he probably has 2 by now. Facebook thread is the best-selling short novel. 10 out of 10. Okay. It doesn't surprise me that he's a cop at all.
No, doesn't. So, Aaron, what would you do if you had all this? If you had...
If I had 15 girls, if I had 19 or 20 total partners.
Yeah.
I would have to fucking wake up from that
Would you wear a
nightmare.
condom with every single one of them?
I wouldn't do it.
Why?
I wouldn't do it.
Why wouldn't you want to do it?
That is so. I have no interest in polyamory.
You know what's so funny? Like when you're like an 18-year-old guy, you're like, that'd be the fucking shit. And now you're like you're in your 30s.
I
You're
don't
like,
even think I
you know,
thought
it's so
that.
hard to talk to one person.
I don't think. Yeah, when I was 18, I'd never talked to one person at all. So I don't think I would have thought like, oh fuck, 20
What?
for sure. Remember what it was like when there was no online dating anything?
I know. Oh man. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but like we were on the cusp of that stuff. Even when we were a kid, like we
Yeah.
were seeing like Match.com.
We saw everything rise.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't really, pay attention.
And then I met so many girls like on like Zanga and that lived in Kansas City, and then I would start like
Yeah.
that's how and then Facebook and all that
was
stuff.
Like 05, 06.
Yeah.
It was
And
in our primes.
yeah, dude, that was crazy, dude, because we were basically the guinea pigs to all that
Yeah.
shit.
Do you want to read? Do you ever check your on this days on Facebook from
Oh, yeah.
10 years ago? Let me see.
Oh man,
I
what did
know
I
I've
wrote
got
something super embarrassing today. I know I did 10
Did
years
you?
ago because I checked it.
The memories, yeah. So
Dude,
I'll,
it's
I'll look at it
awful.
like every day, and I think it's really great.
Oh, dude, I think it's hilarious because it reminds me of all the the weirdness of today.
Well, 13 years ago, I quoted Super Bad. Can you guess what I quoted? I gotta take a peek at those warlocks. It's a titty thing. It's about boobs. 12 years ago, though, had an awesome dream. And then somebody who doesn't have a Facebook anymore posted something, and then I commented, if you were in it, I'd never sleep again due to fear. Man, I was so catty. I was such a little shit. A little turd. Turd ass.
Today, on February 2nd, 2010, I said today was a good day. I'm assuming I was baked when I wrote that.
Did you smoke a lot back then?
Oh yeah,
I guess you were out of high school.
Yeah, I was in.
Oh, and I
was in Los Angeles. I was like full blown in
Oh,
Los
really?
Angeles. My dick was so deep in Los Angeles at that time.
What was it? I also posted on February 2nd, 2009. Is damn it, I'm cute. I wasn't. I was not cute. Not at all. I was in better shape than 2008, which is nice. 2010 is a champ. I was really all about
Positivity.
vibes. I was really all, fucking, yeah, just give me that, give me that feel good shit. As I was like fucking depressed. Nobody wanted to fuck me.
So
Jason Collier, man, fuck that guy, bad dude. I recently read about a guy who broke the record. He's been long dead, but he the record of marriages for a monogamous person. So he allegedly never cheated on any of these women.
yeah.
I think it was 32 or 33 marriages.
Jesus, what? My sister's been
shortest-
married. My
How many
sister's been married 4 times.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And she always tries to give me advice. I'm like,
You know what
Sit
is
down.
worse though? My sister's never been married, but has 4 kids.
different dads each one.
3 different dads.
Nice.
No. I think both are fine. You do what you want. But
I don't
also,
give a shit. Yeah, I don't give a shit. You're not hurting me any.
Quit fucking making more nieces and nephews for me that I don't get to fucking hang out with or influence or be cool around. Things I learned from butt chugging. Thanks, Vice. What did you learn from butt chugging, John?
That it will get you fucked up.
Have you done it?
No.
Oh.
Why would I ever do that?
I don't know.
Surprisingly, yeah. You know what? You're right.
Doing ketamine or salvia on the beach with homeless people.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right, Aaron. You're right.
You were in a tent community. For
You're
a day.
right. You're right. You're right.
Jesus Christ.
Butt chugging seems very elementary compared to what I was doing just 10 minutes ago in a story on the podcast.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've never wanted to do this. I've never had any intent. This kind of goes back to the swabbing the butt for, your butthole for
Yeah.
COVID.
You're just not
We
into
know
the
that
butthole.
this shit is good. We know that it works.
Right.
Your asshole is a streamline to every single thing in your body.
Yeah.
That's why your mouth is good, because it doesn't take as long.
Mm-hmm.
So when you drink, you're not going to get drunk immediately. But when you fucking soak a tampon in vodka and shove it in your asshole, you're dead. You're fucking dead.
Dead.
You're dead. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you're butt chugging at home and you're watching this too, that's cool, but don't. Don't do it at the same time. Don't butt chug, please. Every time I hear the word butt chugging, I just think of it's like a cake stand community kind of thing.
Yeah.
But instead it's just one dude like spread on a table with his asshole in the air, and then his bros are like dousing his butt with McCormick's vodka. It burns.
So this last story I have for you is one that I was actually kind of surprised about, and this is real, 100% real. And I just thought I really wanted honestly just to share it with you because you're the first person I thought of when I saw this one.
Oh. I hope it's good. Hawaii police won't get to have sex with prostitutes anymore. Fuck.
So, little thing you guys might not have known, in the state of Hawaii, it was legal up until 2015 for cops to sleep with prostitutes to get leads on cases.
Really?
I swear to fucking God.
Shit. I mean, that's kind of been like
But
a, wink,
of
wink,
course,
nudge, nudge in the police community for years, in every community, probably.
But of course, something happened, and they took it one step too far.
Yeah, what a fucking cop hit one or murder one? Was it worse?
No, that's basically what it was.
Was it murder?
Yeah, they just killed him. Yeah, of course they started killing him. Yeah,
God,
killing
of course.
him and taking him.
Of course they killed
Started
them.
having it
Kids.
having families with these prostitutes, and then
Beautiful.
it's just one thing left to another.
I think prostitution,
Aloha, right?
prostitution should be illegal.
You know what's so funny? My family had a vacation house in Hawaii.
Yeah, the one that burned down after Krakatoa.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
The one that you'd walk out and you could see the volcano.
Yeah.
Like, it was really fucking awesome
Assuming
house.
the island.
Yeah, assuming the island.
From
But
which it came.
but what's so funny is I never experienced I experienced more harder drugs in Missouri than I ever did in Hawaii. Like the most any of the kids would ever offer me was pot.
Yeah.
And I would smoke pot. Or at that point, when I got older,
Yeah.
when I was a junior, senior, I knew people who sold it. So I would
Sure.
just buy pot.
Yeah.
Parents go to sleep. I'd go to the third floor of the house. There was a window that slid out. I'd get on the roof, close it, and I would smoke pot on the roof.
Hell
And
yeah.
in Hawaii, dude, it was the coolest shit in the world. But that's what but I never did any of these crazy shit.
Yeah.
Nothing in Hawaii. And when you hear Hawaii, you're like, oh, island life. It's all,
Cool. I've heard
mahalo
heroin
and shit.
is a problem in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I'm sure I wasn't looking hard enough. I was
Yeah.
just I found pot
You're
and I was
not
good.
jonesing for heroin.
I found pot and I was okay.
You're not fucking prostitutes for heroin leads. Dude, that's insane. So yeah, there's a lot of shit that goes on in Hawaii, and I imagine it's similar to stuff like in Florida, where it's just so nice all the time, and you're just living life like everything's cool.
Yeah, there's
You
certain
get
things you
bored
don't-
with how cool life
Yeah.
is, and it's super easy and it's kind of
It's
nice.
not cold half the year.
It's not cold. You're not depressed for reasons that you can't blame yourself for. Also, though, in Alaska, there's a huge meth and
Yeah,
heroin
well,
problem.
that's the reason
I
why
think drugs are just
I think in Alaska, all houses have LED
Oh,
light.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's to prevent
'cause
you
it's
to
get
kill
depressed.
yourself.
It's called vitamin D because you get depressed if you don't get it. It's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
No, it's not called that, but
But no vitamin C though. It does give you euphoric feeling.
I can't. It's crazy to me that people live up there year round.
Right?
When it gets dark at 5 o'clock here, I fucking just sink.
It's
I just go.
how? Why?
My body leaves my mind. I'm out. I can't fucking deal, man. It sucks. I hate the dark. But like that's the thing too is like the kind of the professions we chose like the dark
are in the darkness.
They're night stuff because fucking artists don't want to wake up. It's dumb. Hey guys, subscribe to Time. It's a magazine still. Who knew?
Right.
You know, you'd think that after they declared Hitler Person of the Year, they'd be like, "Oh, let's lay low for about 150 more years."
Right. So, do you want to kind of clean our palates by watching some videos?
Sure.
Okay. You'll like this first one.
Let's get clean. Let's bathe.
All right. So, a lot of you don't know that. You know how last week I showed that Aaron was in a band. Well, I thought I would show the band that I was in this week.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are they called?
We were called Crazy Stuff. So like
that's awesome.
Pretty good, right?
I love that. Anybody who covers Trapped. It's so cool.
Did you hear about like the drummer for Trapped left the band? And this is recent, like within the last couple of weeks, because the lead singer is like a hardcore Trump supporter. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know about?
Well, I knew. So I haven't done any research on it.
How did you know this?
Because of Twitter. I've seen it on Twitter. So for some reason, like, I got Trapped mixed up with Papa Roach, which happens. Papa Roach, though, is... Okay, easy. Trapped is nothing compared to what Papa Roach has done for the hard rock community. Papa Roach has, Cut My Life Into Pieces.
Right.
Big fucking song. Still gets shit today. Trapped had Headstrong, which is not near as cool. But, the lead... So for some reason, I thought the lead singer from Papa Roach was a big trumper, but it's the Trapped guy. So I was vindicated when I found that out. But yeah, it's a huge piece of shit. And then the drummer leaves.
Right. Yeah.
Because he wasn't.
Because he didn't. Because he was okay with like child pornography and all this other stuff too. But he was a huge Trump supporter and was like believing in like it's okay to like storm the Capitol building.
Drummer?
The drummer was against
singer.
that. Yeah, the lead singer was all about that. And then the drummer was like, all right, well, I'm gonna leave. I'm done.
It's crazy. It took him that long.
Yeah.
That's wild. You remember back in, what was that, like 2003, 2004 when that shit came out? Like Trapped? Not Trump. Not Trump stuff, but Trapped. Remember that? What a good time. What a fun time for bad music. Ugh, love it. Seether, Trapped, Puddle of Mud. Remember Puddle of Mud? Wow. Static X. Fucking Drowning Pool. Bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Oh, that's right. Liz Traeger. You know?
I know that name.
Yeah, she's a comedian.
Yeah.
Funny story. So, like, the reason why Papa Roach, this brought it up because of Papa Roach. Remember we went to the Blue Whale Comedy Festival in Omaha?
Oh, yeah, Lisa Traeger. Yeah, or whatever, yeah.
Well, she was there.
She went on that cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, the thing is, like, I remember, like, I was talking to her about it. And I was so high, but like, I kept looking at her. I'm like, I know you from something.
Really?
Fast forward a couple months later, I saw her on like the Degenerates. Like,
Degenerates. Yeah.
And I was like, we talked about Papa Roach, like normal people, and I had no idea you were a comedian.
I forgot about that, dude. Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, like she's like, like Papa Roach still has a huge following.
They do, dude. They have
like cruise show. They do cruises.
Yeah. Well, Linkin Park did too forever. Like a bunch of metal bands really were into Linkin Park for some reason, which baffled the shit out of me because like Linkin Park was cool, but they weren't metal.
They weren't good.
They weren't like fuck you. Linkin Park was cool as fuck. No. New metal is very divisive. Disturbed, very divisive. Linkin Park, Filter, all these bands.
Filter's good.
Filter's cool. Do you wanna take my picture?
That's Filter? I think that's OAR, isn't it?
No, it's Filter. Let go my airplane. My skin is there. My skin is there. So people, whenever that song got really big, the people on the radio were like, this is Filter. Don't forget they're an industrial metal band, and this is a soft song. If you think you're going to like them because of this song, you probably won't like them. They also wrote a song about Bud Dwyer shooting himself in the head It's that song that's called the Hey Man, Nice Shot. It's about Bud Dwyer killing himself on TV.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Did you ever hear about Bud Dwyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He like
Hey Man, Nice Shot was
he
written
pulled
about
out it
that.
out of the
Mhm.
plastic
And
bag
he said,
and
I'm
then
sorry to his wife and kids, and then put it in his mouth and killed
yeah,
himself.
everyone's like, what the fuck?
They were like, Bud, don't. And then Filter. I think they were from Ohio too. So
What's
that's
the
why
name of the
they
song?
Hey Man, Nice Shot. That's why I say, hey man, nice shot. Do 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 do. What a good shot, man. It's a banger.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a copyright free version of it.
Fuel was a band too.
Oh
They're
my
good.
god, Fuel. Oh my Filter. Oh my god, that music video to it's weird as shit. I'm gonna have to check that out. I can't find a copyright.
You're
free
probably not
version.
gonna like it if you don't like Korn. I forgot about Korn.
Korn.
9 Inch Nails. Marilyn Manson, who's a bad person.
The original bass player, Charlie Clouser, he did the Saw movies. He did the music for the Saw movies.
Yeah, well, Reznor does
Yeah.
the soundtracks too.
And well, like him and I did a project together. I'm like, hey, you're Charlie Clouser, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, dude, like you're like a huge influence on all my music.
Yeah.
The reason why I became like a filmmaker and stuff because I was a camera guy for this podcast show, and he was on it because Pensado, he's a top notch sound engineer. He did White Guys Can't Jump or White Men Can't Jump.
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, so he had Charlie Clouser on. I'm like, dude, you're a huge influence on my work. And he's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, what? Because I was young and,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that most artists just hate themselves.
Yeah. They're like, don't fucking think I'm good.
Yeah, I'm awful, bro.
That's the basis for 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, like the reason why I thought it was so cool because I was watching a director's commentary and like they said your name and I'm like Clouser. I'm like, what the fuck is Clouser? Like, because I never heard that name before, and so I started looking up your stuff, and you're a huge influence.
It's your name.
Yeah, like we kind of have the same name, bro. He's like, that's cool. And I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, all right, well, see you on set. And I walked away. I'm like, that was
Never
it.
saw him again. That's neat.
I was like, well,
Cool.
bye.
Good for you. You got it in.
I got it way in.
You didn't fade away and not fucking, oogle over your hero.
Right.
Because then you're going to be like, man, I should have bothered that guy.
Okay, so
5
you want to see another video?
Yeah, hit it.
So this one.
My dad.
Yeah, this is your dad, and he's telling us a story. This is like one of those old time stories and lessons he showed you.
Wait.
I'm gonna tell her, Bud Light. Just say Bud Light. She's going, what the hell? What's that mean? Bitch, you don't like it. Go home then.
Wow. Dad, you got a problem, buddy. You got a drinking problem. What's your favorite beer acronym? You're drinking Bush right now. What's Bush stand for?
Bush mean only cowboys drink Bush.
Yep. OCDB. OCDB. Bush.
Only
BUSCH.
Cowboys only drink Bush. That's what I
Better
say.
unless.
Better
suddenly
unless
crashing in
hyenas.
Crash hyenas.
There we go. Crashing hyenas.
This is hard. That guy was a genius with the Bud Light thing.
All right.
Bitch, you don't like it, go home. Then. Classic dad shit. For one, to love Bud Light that much.
Mm-hmm. You want to see this next one?
No! Yeah, of course. Suit.
That's a cat, Aaron.
Cat in a suit making goofy, weird noises. What did he do? Something's wrong with that cat. That sucks. I hope that cat's all right. I hope that suit wasn't too tight. Fucking up. Good for that cat. Rich cat.
So yeah.
Richard Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Dick cat.
Did you hear about Tom Cruise? He bought it. I know we actually weirdly. This is weird because I didn't time this up because Aaron and I were talking about Tom Cruise before the podcast started.
Our usual cruise check.
And
so we were talking cruise.
Mm-hmm.
We talked cruises earlier. I was thinking about that cruise, the Papa Roach cruise, earlier today driving to Weston for some reason. The conversation we had with Liz.
Mm-hmm.
Full circle.
Oh yeah, you were there. You were standing next to us when we were talking that conversation.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't fucking want to talk about this shit.
Yeah, I'm like, I will though.
I thought it was pretty cool though, but whatever.
So
yeah, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, he's an actor.
Yeah.
And he's making the Mission Impossible movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? He just bought for the Mission Impossible movie.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. He's been really, really strict on set about that shit, which is good. I'll give it to him. Guy I don't like very much, Tom Cruise, because he's a fucking Scientologist psychopath with, narcissistic sociopathy and all this fun shit, and weird teeth. But what can I say about teeth? I got weird teeth. He's got 3 front teeth. He's got 3 front teeth.
Ooh. Woof.
Instead of 2. It was it's like the smallest kind of a certain disorder that he's got.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that he's got it because he's got 3 front teeth.
Boom.
But he's never going to say he's got it. I can't remember what it's called, though. Look it up. Look up Tom Cruise teeth, people. And then you'll see a beautiful smile, but with 1 too many teeth. You don't want that many teeth. He's got a big mouth. Tom Cruise, are they making Top Gun 2? I heard they were making Top Gun 2, like last year. Of course, everything's fucked from last year. Did you Google Top Gun 2?
No, I Googled the teeth.
Yeah, dude, look at that. It's not a weird middle tooth. It's an unfortunate thing that he has to deal with his whole life.
He does have 3.
Yep.
Interesting.
I don't remember what it's called, but it's not dental work. The son called it dental work. It's a disorder. Like it's a birth.
It sucks. It sounds like it sucks.
I don't know. Just 1 more tooth to worry about. I could use 1 more tooth. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I need a quarter. Give me that fucking money, you dumb fairy. Tooth fairy. What's she doing with them teeth? You know what I think she's doing with those teeth? You know how in Christmas time you make those popcorn strings with a needle?
Mm-hmm.
I think she's doing that with teeth.
Ooh.
Making teeth necklaces with little baby teeth.
So I saw this article today, the Steven Spielberg article. He was talking about how he doesn't think filmmaking's dead, and so it kind of brought me up the question, or kind of kindled up the question of do you think art's dead right now, or how do you think?
No, art always adapts.
We're just gonna adapt and figure out a new.
Well, eventually it'll go back to as normal as it was before. So I think about this a lot, mostly because I have a lot of time on my hands nowadays. But think about 100 years ago when the Spanish influenza hit and it ravaged the world. 10 million people were killed by it, if not more. Ravaged, ruined. In a time with like nothing compared to the technology we've got now. And then the 20s happened, and they were the roaring 20s because shit went back to normal. We figured out we just need a flu shot. Got the vaccine, all good.
That was it.
I think it's smart to wear masks anyway, especially if you live in like a city, mostly because of the air quality, but also you're fucking compacted in with a bunch of other people.
Right.
Places like South Korea and China have been doing that shit for years anyway.
Yeah.
Masks. Because air quality in China is like, especially in Beijing and like the big cities, is garbage. Wuhan has like 11 million people that live there. You fucking Chianti.
Well, that's for 11 million. There's other sounds for other millions.
But yeah, I think shit will get as close to back to normal by the time they roll out vaccines for most people, the majority of people.
It's like, we're bad guys. Sorry. Like we thought we would have these out sooner.
Yeah, well, that's
what happens. I know everything's kind of normal now.
That's what happens when the presidential administration doesn't take it seriously and doesn't order any at all.
And doesn't do anything for the whole year.
Doesn't do anything about it. took a whole month off while it was just getting started.
Yeah.
February, remember February last year?
Mm-hmm.
Trump does because he was fucking parading himself around. Granted, I was too. I was on tour. Fucking sue me. I'm not the president. I was in fucking,
You tried to be the president.
I did try to be the president.
Mm-hmm.
The rule is if you kill the president, you become the president.
It's true.
But I wasn't
A lot
going
of people,
I wasn't going for him.
Because a lot of people don't flip over the Constitution.
That's true.
There's the back part.
Exactly, and then you got it.
They write. It's
invisible
like because they ask the teacher is it one side or does it have to be both sides?
both sides.
Both sides.
So if you pee on the back of the Constitution, it shows up.
Yep.
It's reverse invisible ink.
P invisible.
It's not
ink.
written in P. It
is P.
Found in P. Thus becoming P.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going for the first George Bush. And it worked.
Mm-hmm.
He died. That old so-and-so. You know what I mean? No, I would never kill the president. We're going to get taken down for this. We're going to get fucking flagged. I'm going to get on a list. Oh, no. Did we give away my real name earlier?
Not one bit.
Baron Sailor? I can't come.
And declaring war on a tactic made absolutely no sense.
We must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
So funny. Oh my god.
I think that's what the
Now watch
funniest.
this drive.
Now watch this drive.
You know I love golf, but you know what I love more than golf? America.
So, Aaron, I've been watching a lot of these pedophile videos. Let me explain to you. Let me explain. Let me explain.
Right.
Let me explain.
Cool.
Let me explain.
Yeah.
Let me explain. So these videos of these guys, they portray to be like
They pretend.
little kids,
Yeah.
and they are able. Try to meet up with these people. Well, the whole video is about it's these guys, and they're all like 6'5" guys. There's like 3 of them, and so they're very intimidating looking men. And they go and they sit down and they start talking to these pedophiles because they meet up with them, and you're saying you're gonna do this, blah blah this. They have all stuff printed out, basically very Catch a Predator kind of style, very copy and paste taken from. What's your opinion on that? Like, how do you would you ever? Why
luring them into the honeypot?
Why would you ever? What's your thought process of being someone? Because you're a funny person, so you're able to look at things differently. Of what would be the process of someone's thought I want to start making YouTube videos, and I'm going to choose trying to get pedophiles.
Well, I think you're misrepresenting this a little bit.
Okay.
I don't think they thought that was what they were going to do.
Okay.
Initially, they didn't. I don't think they did it because they wanted to start making YouTube videos of it. I do think that people who purposely record themselves handing homeless people money are fucking garbage people because they're just trying to get attention for giving a homeless person money.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's garbage.
Okay.
I think what these people are doing, pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you should shame pedophiles.
Oh no! You should.
Yeah. That's what
You
Chris
should.
Hansen
You
was
should.
always
You
doing.
should. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you should.
But I don't think that their motive is to get rich.
No, I
I
don't
think their
so.
motive. I hope it's not to get
Right.
rich. I hope their motive isn't to get rich enough to buy a kid. That would be crazy. What a twist.
Right.
What a movie. You want to write that movie?
Yeah.
Chris Hansen becomes a pedophile. Or has been this whole time, just playing the long con.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Wow.
What? That's what we'll name this episode. Chris Hansen is a pedophile.
People will definitely click on that
We get fucking taken down more than we were gonna get taken down for
already.
The other shit.
Watch this drive.
Yeah, that's probably owned by the Bush Library or something. We're gonna get sued by Donald Trump. We're gonna get sued by so many presidents, man. That's so
Trump
cool.
has nothing but time right now.
That's true, and money that he fucking jacked from a bunch of old idiots who thought he was gonna use it to sue every state that he lost in. That's great. He made $93 million off those idiots. $93 million
Yeah, that's
to
insane.
combat to
Isn't that
fucking
insane.
in 0 lawsuits. I think one that went through and then it was overturned. No, it wasn't overturned. They found that Trump had less votes, actually.
What about the whole impeachment thing? Is that done?
I don't think so. I think they just voted on a stimulus package or something. They voted on some corona relief bill today, and it passed because all the Democrats have the Senate. No Republicans voted for it. Zero. Zero Republicans.
Doesn't it make you feel good that that half the people who run this country don't want us to be okay?
Yeah, it makes me feel great. It makes me feel great right now because for at least the next 2 years we have every form of government on the part that wants us to at least have fucking some money. God damn.
Give them something for God's fucking sake.
Fucking New Zealand shut down in February or March, and they were like, here's $7,000. Don't leave your house.
Please.
And they don't have COVID now.
Nope.
Crazy how that works.
You allow people to stay home. You don't force, they don't have to go to work. You pause everything. You just understand that you kind of understand this is not something that we've all dealt with before.
Yeah, don't treat it like a vacation. It's not.
No.
Stay in your house. Nope.
Let's mow this shit down. Let's get it out. Nope.
And they couldn't even fucking roll out the vaccines because Trump didn't fucking buy enough. Because he thought it wasn't he never thought it was a big deal. And
he got it.
He didn't care. He didn't care. Trump never cared about people. Anybody.
No. It was all about him.
He never cared about his base. He never cared about the people who didn't like him.
And he got people to
$93 million for nothing. Nothing. He's just a money-hungry fucking slumlord.
Now he's done. Now he's gone. He's gone.
I hope he gets impeached. I honestly hope it goes through this time. Because for one, they're not going to take him out of the office anymore.
Right, yeah.
So that's off the table. But they can keep him from running ever again, which is important.
God, yeah. And if it doesn't, then he doesn't have any Secret Service.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No privileges
at all.
As a former president.
So he's just a dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
That's probably why Nixon resigned before he was impeached.
Right.
He's like, I gotta keep this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if he resigned though. Do you keep it? I bet he did though.
I'm assuming there's probably some. Yeah.
Probably some carryovers. Because you could resign for anything. Just because you didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But who would do that?
Who would do that?
I would do it. I would be president for a year and be like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Somebody who is doing something?
Who?
Matt Stafford's going to the Rams.
I saw that. That's great.
I
think Stafford's a very good quarterback.
I think he's a really good quarterback. He just didn't have anybody to play with.
After Calvin Johnson quit. Retired.
What does he do? What does he do then? Yeah, exactly.
He's a dynamic quarterback who throws too many interceptions, and I think his life's going to turn around in L.A. because he's got some decent coaching. Not great, decent coaching.
McVay's pretty good.
McVay's fine.
He's good.
He's
above average,
above 500, which is enough when you have a quarterback who can throw 90 yards and 150 miles
and not
an hour.
Goff.
I feel bad for Goff.
I
feel bad for the whole quarterback class from the last 10 years, honestly.
Wentz.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, my God. Wentz. I saw a meme today. It was remember when you thought Goff and Wentz were going to be the next rival quarterbacks?
And the only one that is Dak Prescott and his Achilles tendon.
Yeah, and his ankle snapped in half.
Sorry. Yeah, his ankle. It's Dak. That's it. He's the only fucking quarterback that between the first 3 rounds in that year that is
decent.
Good.
Yeah.
That hasn't been drama or all this shit. The only drama was are the Cowboys going to pay him?
Yeah, and which you saw.
Yeah.
They should have paid him. If you would have paid him, he would have still got hurt, but you would see you understand that he's clearly your backbone for your organization. But Jerry Jones is a dipshit, so that's one person we can call a dipshit and we're not going to get killed for.
Yeah, he might. I don't know. He probably has paramilitary squads too.
Oh, dude, I was going to tell you the Usher story, that light-skinned Usher story.
Tell me the Usher story.
It's a hilarious story. We'll end on this one. We'll end on this. So, last week we're getting a new regional manager or something like that. I told you I work for a corporate company that owns a bunch of different locations. It's a retirement resort. They have a bunch of different locations throughout the United States. I think it's 75, something like that. Something crazy. Anyway, so we were getting a new regional manager who's managing the Midwest area. So she was there. The old one was there. It was a lady, and it was a guy, a bald-headed guy. Well, every day in between our lunch and dinner, we have a meeting. It's like a 10, 15-minute meeting where we kind of all have like a little activity. We kind of like make some jokes, kind of talk about what we need to focus on for dinner, what's coming up in the next week, or what's coming up, so we can start preparing for it. So they did all that, and they asked, like, hey, does anyone have any questions to ask, corporate, or, have anybody to ask anything? Yeah. So, of course, no one says anything. Yeah, why would they? I'm like, why would they? So I was like, well, I have a question. I got a question. And I'm like, so we're staying right by this little waterfall that has all these koi fish in it.
Beautiful.
Probably like 15 koi fish.
Yeah.
Giant ones, too.
Yeah, the monsters.
Yeah, and it's a big pond. Yeah. And so, but what happens is, like, it's in the middle of the main area. And, of course, if you were, like, standing inside the pond and you look straight ahead, you would see the two sets of sliding glass doors that have the thing. So like those are always opening, closing. And last week it was cold. And so what happened was, like, you can kind of tell, like, I'm one of the only two people who actually kind of fuck with these fish, that feed them and kind of just like look at them. And so, like, what happens is when it gets really cold and the water gets cold, they all bunch together and they don't move. Warm. And so I'm like, fuck. I'm like, these things are like, they're cold. Like a couple weeks ago. Well, anyway, so sadly we lost 2.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I know they breed, and there's a little area that they just bred and they just hatched a bunch of new ones. So like, we're gonna get some new ones, no big deal. So I'm not really worried about it. But I thought this was a great opportunity to kind of fuck with our regional manager, our new one. So
what about the fish?
because I'm somebody who I don't want any. I've been asked to. Like, I've been offered promotions, but I don't take them because I don't want any of that, because I want to do this stuff. I just need enough money. Stuck. Yeah. And so, but I still want to be remembered. So,
okay.
so the new regional manager guy. So I'm like, hey, my name is John. I'm here. Hi,
filmmaker.
I work in the back in the kitchen. And I was just curious. So like last week, sadly, we lost 2 fish, and I was simply curious on. Are you guys gonna replace those 2 fish, or do I need to go and buy those 2 fish and you guys reimburse me? I was simply curious on, like, what's the next protocol that we need to do here. And I thought that, since you're here, like, it'd be a great time to talk about this.
What they say.
He was like, excuse me. I'm like, yeah, see those fish that are right behind you? So we lost 2 of them because, like, you see those doors, those doors, they slide in and out, and they get cold, and like there's a cold breeze and the water gets cold. And the thing is, you might think, like, John, why don't you just put some like hot water in there? The thing is, you can't do that because it shocks them too much and they die, and we'll all lose all of them. So I was curious. I just need to know what's gonna happen next. And he's like,
the end game. Koi pond.
He's like, well, I don't really know because I'm not here on a day-to-day basis. But just
I'll ask my boss.
Just talk to Dave and Samantha, your bosses, and we'll try to figure something out.
I'm like, I already did. I've got to go over their. This isn't over their heads right now. I need you.
But I asked you. But I said all that just like I said it to you, and it was.
That's so funny.
I like and don't like my job.
So when are we getting new fish? Did you cook the fish?
No.
Oh, yeah. That'd be kind of fucked up.
No, I always make jokes though. It's like, see those fish, like the old people when they walk by, and I'm like just standing out. I'm just standing there. Sometimes I'm just like looking at them because they'll all come to you.
Yeah, they think you're gonna feed them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so I'm like, you see those, and like when the old people walk by, I'm like, you see that? I'm like, we're gonna start using these fish to feed you guys. So you know how we eat. Big stick. You know how we feed you fish all the time? It's because we get them right here.
Farm to table.
It's a good joke. I need to stop using it because it's starting to get old. So, but
well, so are the people. So don't worry about it.
They don't remember it. So, but yeah, that was
lovely.
Oh, but anyway, so where it all ties in together with the usher is because I was then clocking out for lunch, and I ran into the old, because there's a lady who is the old regional manager, and the guy is going to be the new one. The lady was like, that was really interesting what you had to say at the meeting. And I'm like, I know. And she's like, I don't know if anyone ever told you this, but You kind of look like a light-skinned usher. A white lady, probably in her 60s, said this to me.
Hey, that was a good thing you mentioned at the meeting today. Did you know that you look like a black man? John, do you know you look like R&B legend Usher?
I never looked.
Wow, that was so interesting that what you said about the fish. Are you black? What a fucking idiot. That's insane. Who says that? You know you look like a black guy.
You look like a light-skinned usher.
Who sings? A singer? A black singer? You know?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. What a fucking psychopath. You work with some real bangers, dude. Some real fucking ding-dongs. Some real pots on their head.
That's my job.
Jesus Christ. Buddy. Good for you.
So, Aaron,
Yeah.
we've made it to the end of another episode.
Did it. You believe it?
Yeah, I know. I'm a little drunk.
Yeah, I bet.
I drank that big old boy, that 25-ouncer. I
God.
drank that whole thing.
I remember those days. Tomorrow,
So,
probably. Yeah.
any plugs or any shows coming up?
Yeah, I listen to Bitchin' Through Time every weekday. It's a podcast about it's an on this day comedy podcast where we talk about shit that happened on this day. Listen to the Cool Baby podcast, which will come out this week. Comes out every week on all the podcast things. Watch John's show, the John show, John Solo, and Burst Your Bubbles coming out probably 2 or 3 a week from now on if we get shit kind of stabilized.
It's definitely going to change because when we ordered the microphone this week.
Yeah, I'll be out of town at the end of next week for a week.
We won't
we
have
can
it.
just-
Well,
yeah.
it's not going to probably. I'm assuming it's not going to come for like 2 weeks. I'm going to
Okay,
get because of
great.
COVID. I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
We'll just shoot like 5 this coming Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, I'm working Sunday. I'm working Super Bowl Sunday, so we'll just shoot like a bunch on Monday.
That's
if we
fine.
can.
Yeah.
Great. Watch that. That's a good show. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it's whatever, my name. Just go to it. Go to that shit. I have a Patreon if you want to give me money, patronize me. $5. Get a shirt. Nah, you don't get a shirt. $20 you get the shirt.
So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe on this video. If you follow Aaron, subscribe to his YouTube stuff. You can see his bubbling, his Burst Your Bubble show, which I direct. If you subscribe to me, you get all of the shows. And then check out the Cool Baby on iTunes, Spotify, all that cool stuff. Basically, guys, it's not that hard. If you just Google us, you can find our stuff. And follow me on all my social medias at John D. Klauser. It's all the same on all. I got lucky where it's all the same on all my social medias. So it would be easy when you guys cancel me. Anyway,
I think I'm getting canceled for this one. I said I'd murder a president, and I just said it again. So, all right, whatever.
All right.
I'm getting canceled by the
All right,
Secret
well-
Service. That's not a normal one.
all right, guys, I think this is where we'll end. And Aaron's not even drunk. I'm the drunk one.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.